Ukraine has been supplied with multiple variants of the American-made Army Tactical Missile System, or ATACMS, namely the M39, Block 1, otherwise designated MG-M140A, and possibly the M57, Block 1A, Quick Reaction Unitary. These solid-propellant, supersonic tactical ballistic missiles have been in development since the 1980s. The American Ling-Temco Vought company designed the MGM-140 in the late 1980s, and since then, there have been many variations. The first test flight of an MGM-140A was in April 1988, and by December of that year, production started. The missile system became operational in January 1991. In 2021, Lockheed Martin was awarded a contract to upgrade existing M39s to the M57 variant with a WDU-18B warhead from the Harpoon missile. It should be noted that these Army tactical missile systems are not the only missile systems provided to Ukraine. The United Kingdom have provided Storm Shadow cruise missiles, and France has supplied Scalp missiles, which are both variants of the same system manufactured by MBDA, a European defence company formed through the merger of major missile producers from the UK, France and Italy. The M39, or MGM-140A, carries a cluster munition warhead containing 950 M74 anti-personnel and anti-materiel bomblets, each about the size of a grenade and weighing in at just over half a kilogram each. When released, these bomblets are dispersed in a circular pattern just over 200 meters in diameter, covering 33,000 square meters, depending on the height the payload is released. Launched from a M270 multiple launch rocket system, these missiles can reach approximately 165 kilometers as a single-stage, solid-propellant, surface-to-surface missile under a ring laser gyro-based inertial guidance system. This system is usually tasked with striking tactical surface-to-surface missile sites, air defense sites, and command, control, and communications complexes. First used in combat in 1991, 32 of them were used in Operation Desert Storm against Iraqi targets. In 2003, over 450 were fired in Operation Iraqi Freedom. The initial design started its upgrade program in 1992 and since has been developed into multiple variants with ever-improving guidance and delivery systems. Some reports suggest the M39A1 or MGM-140B is also employed by Ukraine. This variant has a range of 300 kilometers and contains 300 M74 bomblets. These missiles, if they haven't already, are being upgraded to the M57E1 variant. There are conflicting reports as to the deployment or not of the M57 in Ukraine. There are many countries outside of the US operating this variant, including Australia, Bahrain, Romania, Poland, Qatar, and the UAE. The M57 is an upgraded M39A1 missile with GPS-aided guidance and carries the WAU-23B, a quick reaction unitary warhead. The variant M57E1 has updated guidance system and a proximity sensor for airburst detonation. The M57 has an extended range of up to 300 kilometers.
U.S. officials confirming that Ukraine has fired U.S. long-range missiles into Russia for the first time. The Kremlin now responding with a possible nuclear threat.
Ukrainian forces conducted their first ATACMS strike on Russian territory on the night of November 18th to 19th, hitting a Russian ammunition depot in Karachev, Bryansk Oblast, only a few days after obtaining permission to conduct such strikes. EU High Commissioner Josep Borrell stated on November 18th that the US authorized Ukraine's use of US-provided weapons up to 300 kilometers inside Russia. This was also articulated by US Assistant Secretary of State Brian Nichols the next day, saying that US President Biden issued the authorization for Ukraine to use US-provided weapons to strike into Russia, stating that the authorization will give Ukraine a greater ability to defend itself. Ukrainian military officials reported on November 19th that Ukrainian forces struck the Russian military's 67th Main Military and Artillery Directorate arsenal of the 1046th Logistics Support Center with US-provided ATACMS. The Russian Ministry of Defense said that Ukrainian forces launched 6 ballistic missiles, including ATACMS, at a military facility in Bryansk Oblast, and that Russian S-400 and Panzer air defense systems shot down 5 missiles and damaged 1. The Russian S-400, or Triumph, designated SA-21 Growler by NATO, is a long-range surface-to-air missile system produced by Almaz Antey. It can simultaneously engage 36 targets, such as Tomahawk cruise missiles and other types of missiles, including precision-guided ones such as ATACMS, as well as AWACS aircraft, at ranges of up to 400 kilometers. Using 9M96E and 9M96E2, advanced surface-to-air missiles, the missiles can intercept targets at a maximum speed of Mach 15 and at a maximum altitude of 35,000 meters or 115,000 feet. A regular S-400 battalion reportedly consists of at least 8 launchers, with 32 missiles and a mobile command post. The Panzer S-1, designated SA-22 Greyhound by NATO, is specifically an air defense missile gun system. The system carries 12 57E6 surface-to-air guided missiles and two 2A 38M 30mm automatic guns. Its multi-range radar is capable of detecting aerial targets at a distance of more than 30 kilometers. With its missiles, it can engage tactical aircraft at a maximum range of 20 kilometers and altitude of 10 kilometers. Subsonic cruise missiles at a range of 12 kilometers and altitude of 6 kilometers, and high-speed air-to-ground missiles at a range of 7 kilometers and altitude of 6 kilometers. With its guns, it can destroy aerial targets at a maximum range of 4 kilometers and a maximum altitude of 3 kilometers. Thanks for watching, and if you have enjoyed our brief review of Army tactical missile systems in Ukraine and would like to see more content on such aerial warfare systems apart from aircraft, please let us know in the comments.